Welcome back, everyone. You might view this video more than any other during the year. We're going to go over 30 necessities that you should have on hand before November. Due to the increasing global food insecurity and the unpredictability of supply networks, experts are cautioning that significant shortages may occur as winter approaches. You could have to scramble when the shelves are empty if you're not ready. To ensure the safety and security of your family in the upcoming months, so stick with me through to the very finish. Let's start with item number 30, canned vegetables, as you won't want to miss thing number 1. Let's be honest, in times of crisis, fresh food is among the first items to go from store shelves. Disruptions to food production have been warned of in recent World Bank and UNICEF publications. Relying exclusively on fresh food may leave you without anything when resources run low. Because they are nutrient-dense and can last for years, canned vegetables are your greatest option for long-lasting nutrition. They go well with stews, soups, and side dishes. You'll be glad you had these cans put away later. Don't wait until the fresh vegetable supply runs out because of agricultural failures or logistical problems. When it comes to providing for your family during difficult times, this small action could make all the difference. Panic down the road, number 29 rice is coming up. And believe me, it's crucial because severe droughts in Asia, one of the world's largest rice-producing regions, are already seriously disrupting global rice supply. You risk spending twice as much for rice, or worse, not finding any at all, if you don't stock up now. What's the big deal? It is inexpensive, filling, and has a long shelf life. One of the most adaptable pantry essentials is rice, which can be used to make stir-fries, soups, or as a foundation for almost any dish. Rice will keep you satisfied and extend your meals when fresh food becomes too costly or unavailable. However, there have been reports of shortages and price increases if you wait until November. Number 28, beans. Canned or dry beans are an absolute must-have in any emergency stockpile because they're packed with protein, fiber, and essential nutrients, making them a solid substitute when meat becomes too expensive or unavailable. You'll regret it if you're left without this dependable, energy-packed food. By getting your supply now, you're ensuring your family stays fed no matter what disruptions lie ahead. Trust me, you'll be glad you did. From the Food Institute. If you depend on meat for protein, you may run out of options due to rising transportation costs and supply chain interruptions. While dry beans are light and can be kept for years if stored properly, fast canned beans are ready to eat and have a long shelf life. Imagine keeping these nutrient-dense beans in your pantry for when fresh options are unavailable or too costly. But here's the real deal. If you don't stockpile beans now, you might lose out on one of the most reasonably priced, adaptable, and satisfying foods available in an emergency. They can be used to make soups, stews, or combined with rice to make a full, hearty meal. Act now before prices go up even more or the shelves run out of stock. You'll be grateful when others are rushing to find protein sources. Number 27. Peanut butter is one of those uncommon meals that may keep you feeling full and energized, even when there aren't many other food alternatives available. It's packed with calories, healthy fats, and premium protein. You can keep an unopened jar in your pantry for up to 2 years. Waiting could result in higher prices or perhaps the inability to get peanuts and other essential ingredients, as the worldwide supply is already increasing. Imagine having peanut butter in your stockpile and empty grocery store shelves during a catastrophe. It's a simple, nutrient-dense food that doesn't need to be prepared. Want to miss this important item, number 26? Pasta is quite versatile and has a long shelf life. You can cook a substantial meal with just a few ingredients, which makes it ideal for last-minute situations. Pasta prices are already rising, though, as a result of severe weather in important wheat-producing regions and worldwide wheat shortages brought on by the conflict in Ukraine. Whether it's spaghetti, macaroni, or penny pasta, pasta is a basic yet essential staple that you can't avoid. If you wait too long, you might end up with empty shelves or a significant price increase when you need pasta the most. Imagine this. In a crisis, fresh food options become scarce or unaffordable. Having pasta in your pantry enables you to stretch meals, feed your family, and stay full. Suppose the supply chain is disrupted in the middle of November, leaving supermarkets vacant. More than just a spice, salt is necessary for basic cleaning, food preservation, and health maintenance. You'll be sorry you didn't pick up a couple additional containers if you don't have it. Salt can be a game changer in difficult times, and having enough will set you apart. Food Institute and World Bank experts are already warning that during a crisis, you'll miss one of your pantry's most versatile items and eat bland, unsustainable meals. Stock up now and you'll thank yourself later. In times of need, 24 Honey is more than simply a sweetener. It's liquid wealth. Honey never spoils or hardens like other sugars do. If preserved properly, it's one of the few foods that can last forever. Rich in antioxidants, it can be used medicinally to relieve sore throats and wounds. According to recent food security studies, we may be in for a difficult winter due to harsh weather, geopolitical tensions, and other factors. You don't want to be the one without honey when everything else is difficult to find. In addition to protecting your sweet goodies, storing honey now will also provide you with a natural treatment and a component that will keep you going in an emergency. Before the costs increase, get a couple jars and you're stressed out, the power is out, and you can't even make tea or coffee to start your day on a chilly November morning. When everything else seems out of control, these small conveniences will have a big impact. Important agricultural areas, particularly those that cultivate coffee, are experiencing supply chain problems. Instant coffee and tea are long-lasting and simple to make when saving fuel or water. If you don't have them, you'll miss out on the quick caffeine fix that keeps you alert in stressful situations. Grab enough to keep yourself hydrated, and you'll thank yourself later when everyone else is having trouble getting through the day without their morning cup of coffee. Plus, recent conflicts and shipping delays have already begun to mess with imports. Truly help you in times of need. They're wholesome, adaptable, and long-lasting. However, here's why you should stockpile them. Severe weather is already having a negative impact on grain production, causing shortages and price increases. Experts are cautioning that supply chain problems may make it more difficult to find staples like oats in the upcoming months. Picture a chilly November morning with few food options and no oatmeal or oats. If you wait too long, you'll regret seeing empty shelves where oats used to be, especially when inflation starts driving up prices. Stock up now, and I promise you'll be happy you have this dependable, nutrient-dense food when times get tough. 21. Sugar. Let's talk about sugar, something most people take for granted. Oats can be used in baking, smoothies, and even as a meat substitute in recipes. Sugar harvests are already being impacted by hurricanes, droughts, and geopolitical conflicts, which is raising costs. Imagine discovering you are out of sugar while attempting to bake or preserve food during a food crisis. You'll lose a useful resource and miss out on the easy comfort of sweetened foods and beverages. You'll wish you had purchased a few extra bags while they were on sale if you enjoy jams and preserves. Act now and you'll thank yourself later when sugar becomes rare, since, if stored properly, it lasts forever. Don't wait until prices soar or shelves are empty. Now let's discuss number 20 cooking oils in our upcoming important update. When you consider how many meals you prepare using oil, frying, baking, sautéing, and so forth, these may appear like simple cupboard goods. Consider not having any. Are experiencing severe shortages, which means that prices are already rising quickly. If you don't take action now, you might have to pay twice as much in a few weeks or worse, and there might be empty shelves when you need it most. Imagine this. It's mid-November, a storm strikes, or there's another shipping delay, and all of a sudden, you run out of oil and can't even cook the basics. You'll be glad you grabbed a few extra bottles later. Number 19. Canned meat is something you cannot afford to ignore when fresh meat costs are skyrocketing and supply lines are in disarray. Stock up on cooking oils now, whether you prefer olive, vegetable, coconut, or anything else. Your future self will thank you for it. Grain supply are disrupted by conflicts, and the cost of animal feed rises. The best thing about canned meat is that it lasts for years and continues to be a great source of protein and nutrition when fresh options are unavailable. Imagine this scenario. It's a freezing November evening, and your fridge is empty because fresh meat is either too expensive or unavailable. Without a stockpile of canned meats, such as chicken, tuna, and beef, you're left scrambling. The number 18 powdered milk may not be something you consider every day, but in an emergency, it could mean the difference between a well-fed family and empty plates. Fresh milk has a short shelf life, and when supply chains are disrupted, it can quickly disappear from store shelves. Droughts and other weather disasters have an impact on dairy production worldwide. Imagine that all of your fresh milk has gone sour due to a power outage in mid-December. You won't have anything for cereal, coffee, or baking without powdered milk. But if you've prepared ahead of time, you'll have a nutrient-dense, long-lasting substitute that'll be available when you need it. What's the best part? It endures for many years. Number 17. Vinegar, which you would assume is only for cooking, is a multi-purpose emergency necessity. Don't wait until the prices skyrocket or it's out of stock. Buy it now and thank yourself later. It serves as a cleaning agent, food preservative, and even a means of disinfecting surfaces when conventional cleaners run out. Supply chain vinegar is something you'll want to have on hand in case of an emergency. Imagine yourself in the middle of a power outage and attempting to prevent food from going bad. When cleaning supplies are scarce, vinegar can be used as a natural and efficient cleaner. It can also be used to pickle vegetables and keep them fresh for weeks. Number 16, spices may not seem like a priority when resources are limited, but they can make a huge difference in an emergency. Whether you're using pantry staples or fresh food is scarce, spices can transform boring, repetitive meals into something you actually want to eat. Trust me, Cher, this could be a game. Disturbed. You don't want to be caught without imported items, particularly spices. Imagine having a supply of dry foods and canned items in the middle of winter, but having no idea how to make them taste nice. A dash of spice, chili powder, or simply garlic and herbs may transform an ordinary meal into a delectable one. Keep a supply of salt, pepper, cinnamon, and paprika on hand, because spices keep well for a long time. Number 15, flour is one of the most important products for every kitchen, especially during difficult times. Stock up now before prices increase or shelves run out. This could be the key to weathering difficult times with a grin. Flour is essential whether you're cooking pancakes, bread, or thickening soups. Impacting crop yields. Flour prices are already starting to rise and will only continue to do so. Imagine being in need of freshly baked bread during a supply chain disruption, but having nothing without flour. Comfort food, baked pastries, and bread are all gone. The good news is that when stored correctly, flour has a long shelf life. Stock up today before the shelves are empty, since even specialized blossoms like coconut or almond can help you feel better and prepare satisfying, nutritious meals. 14 canned fruits. Canned fruits might be your go-to source for natural sweetness and vital vitamins when fresh produce becomes limited because of supply chain problems or severe weather. Keeps you from missing out on vital nutrients when fresh fruit is hard to find. Imagine this. It's winter. The cost of fresh fruit has skyrocketed and your pantry is empty of canned fruits. You're losing out on vitamin C and antioxidants that strengthen your immune system, which you don't want to be lacking during a difficult time. Another significant benefit is that canned fruit is ideal for stockpiling because it keeps for years. You'll appreciate the cans you stocked up on when fresh fruit is too costly or unavailable. Don't put off adding canned fruits to your list until they are out of stock or too costly. They are an excellent alternative to meat or other protein sources when they are in short supply or too costly. They are perfect for fuel or energy conservation because they cook more quickly than most dried beans. Now is the moment to take action, as global legume supplies are being impacted by supply chain disruptions and rising food costs. Miss out on a nutrient-rich, long-lasting meal that will sustain you for weeks. The best thing is that dried lentils are lightweight, simple to prepare, highly adaptable, and, when stored properly, can keep for years. Purchase your lentils now rather than waiting for prices to soar or for stores to run out. Vital for baking bread cakes and biscuits, and also serve as cleaning agents. These can be among the first items to go off the shelves when inflation and supply chain delays affect everyday necessities. Just picture cleaning without baking soda or baking without baking powder. If these multi-purpose goods disappear, you will miss them. Water in bottles is the most important item, so stock up now to be prepared for everything. It is important to remember that clean water could become scarce at any time due to natural disasters, contamination, or infrastructure failures. Experts have already issued warnings about the possibility of water supply disruptions due to severe weather and supply chain issues. Imagine the panic when the taps run dry, but you have bottled water. During the panic purchasing frenzy in 2020, individuals rushed to buy toilet paper and paper towels, leaving shelves empty for weeks. Although it may seem like a thing of the past, supply chain specialists are cautioning that another round of shortages may occur, particularly as a result of ongoing global disruptions and growing manufacturing costs. Consider attempting to handle a situation without these fundamental necessities. Become even more crucial when things get tough. You don't want to be caught without them when stores run out, especially in the winter months when illnesses spread more readily. Stockpile now, and I promise you'll be grateful when others are rushing. These are basic items, but they'll make a huge difference when everything else starts to fall apart. Keep reading, because we're almost there. It's all right. We have canned soup at number 9. Consider yourself rushing to provide for your family during a power outage when the grocery stores are deserted. You'll be sorry if you don't keep canned soup in your pantry. Canned soup is nutrient-dense, quick, and simple. Don't wait until you're standing in an empty aisle wishing you'd filled up because the World Bank and UNICEF have warned that food shortages and inflation are predicted to increase. Get a range of soups, such vegetable soup for chilly days or chicken noodle for comfort. If circumstances change, stock up on canned soup now and you'll have one less thing to worry about. Trust me. This small action could make a huge difference in how well you weather the storm. Now, at number 8, are freeze-dried meals, which I promise are an absolute necessity. Remember that this isn't just about having enough food, it's about peace of mind. When there are power outages, fresh food shortages, and chain interruptions, frozen meals come in handy because they are portable, withstand years of storage, and just need a little hot water to prepare a satisfying, wholesome meal. These could put you in a difficult situation, especially when extreme weather occurrences and wars like the Russia-Ukraine war are already contributing to global food shortages. Without refrigeration, you'll be glad you were ready if the power goes out or the supermarkets are destroyed. As winter approaches, experts have cautioned that the availability of non-perishable items may become even more limited. To have peace of mind and prevent fear, stock up now before it's too late. Through a crisis with ease. Okay, so the 7th item on our list is toilet cleaner and basic hygiene supplies. These may not be the first things that come to mind when you're stockpiling, but believe me when I say that you don't want to be caught without these necessities in an emergency. Imagine not having the supplies you need to maintain cleanliness and hygienic conditions due to water problems or supply constraints. The World Health Organization and other health organizations frequently stress that poor sanitation can result in serious health problems. Act now before it's too late and stock up on toilet cleaner, disinfectants, soap, and other hygiene products. We've already seen how quickly shelves can be cleared of hygiene products. Recall how quickly toilet paper disappeared at the beginning of the pandemic. The little things make a big difference in how well you handle a crisis. So trust me when I say that having a clean environment during stressful times helps maintain a sense of normalcy and peace of mind. At number 6, protein bars are an essential addition to any stockpile because they are shelf-stable, full of energy, and convenient to grab when you need a quick meal or snack in an emergency where fresh food may be limited. These bars will give you the protein you need. 5th, we have first aid supplies and medications. Imagine being in an emergency and not being able to get to a doctor or pharmacy without these essentials. A minor injury or illness could quickly turn into a major problem, so stock up on over-the-counter painkillers. Protein bars are a game changer when it comes to keeping your energy levels up. Whether you're dealing with power outages or simply need an on-the-go option, now is the time to stock up. Experts in gauze, bandages, and antiseptics are cautioning that supply chain interruptions and international shipping problems may cause delays in medical supplies. You'll be sorry you didn't have these when you needed them, I promise. Being ready will give you comfort in knowing that you can manage medical problems even during difficult times. Pet food comes in at number 4 for all pet owners. Because pet food supplies can be impacted by shortages and increased costs, just like human food, your pets should stockpile enough for at least a few months. Imagine being unable to provide food for your cat or dog in an emergency. By taking immediate action to obtain more bags of dry food or canned alternatives, you can prevent this catastrophe. Number 2, batteries and flashlights. Power outages are more likely during extreme weather or infrastructure factors. Formula shortages have made headlines in the past year, and supply chains are still under pressure. Stock up now so you don't find yourself with empty shelves. Diapers, wipes, and baby formula are essentials for keeping your baby safe and healthy. So if you have extras, you'll avoid panic if supplies become scarce later. Experts predict that energy grids may experience increased stress this winter, so now is the time to stock up on batteries for flashlights, radios, and other essential devices. In the event of a storm, blackout, or other disruption, having a good stockpile of batteries and dependable flashlights is crucial. When the lights go out and you're prepared to leave, you'll be grateful. Freeze-dried meat and fish have a shelf life of years, and they can make the difference between surviving difficult times and surviving them. Stockpile now before the price of these things doubles or becomes more difficult to find. The more we prepare, the less we'll have to worry later. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Here are 30 essential items to stockpile before November. Don't wait until the shelves are empty. Remember that the time to prepare is before a crisis hits. Subscribe, like, and share this video with anyone who needs to start preparing.